What's up, IDP Army? What's up, fantasy football fans, fanatics, possums? If you are out there in the audience today, I am joined by Josh Hall of the Offensive Points Podcast. What up, Josh?
The Possum Elites here. Love the name, love the logo, love everything about the Possums. And if you're Billy and Joe, you know that that's not true. But man, it's been a Thanksgiving weekend. I think everyone is pretty much in the same boat at this point. So
yes, sir. It's been a long one. Well, we're gonna smash this new intro, and then we are gonna get right down to brass tacks. Hope you all figure out who you're gonna start, who you're gonna sit. We're gonna see who's in, who's out, and we're gonna win some money today. So let's get it going.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, best IDP scoring format. I don't know if that's a question or a statement, but the answer is still IDP 123. Look it up, Google it. It's the default scoring system for Sleeper. It's dope.
which you had a hand in, am I wrong?
I built it from the ground up, laid the first stone.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Rougarou, my man.
Rougarou in the house.
Are by
Josh
far
is in the building. Yeah, I don't really. Literally, I had no idea what was happening. Josh was just suddenly here at the time the stream was supposed to start. So I didn't have. I mean, I was forced into this. This is a hostile takeover of the offensive choice. You guys are in fucking trouble.
Yeah, well, you're trying to make our presence felt here. Billy couldn't be here. He's the man who actually does things, and then I'm the man who fills in randomly when Jordan doesn't even know what's happening.
That's the life, Rougarou. Hope you guys had a good holiday. Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, it was awesome to watch football all day on Thursday. And the games, honestly, I mean, people tried to make them out like they weren't good. They were fucking great games. I mean, I thought they were all good games. There was a lot of good storylines in all of them. There was good fantasy content right in the middle. Towards the end, it was a good game, but honestly, I mean, if I'm just being completely selfish, I needed about 4 more points across of any players in Buffalo, and I'd have made a lot more money than I made, but whatever. That's life.
They were great for fantasy, I will say, other than the Waller and Swift injuries, which I think hurt everybody. But honestly, I thought the first 2 games were phenomenal. The third game, on the other hand, for football's sake, it was pretty bad. But the Raiders beating the Cowboys, man, couldn't have asked for a better Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I'm a pro Dak guy now, and I'm so anti Derek Carr. Just he's so annoying, and he goes out there and sets like the franchise record for passing yards. He doesn't have any of his weapons, and it's just so frustrating. I'm like, are you good or are you not good? Like, what's happening right now?
I don't think anyone really knows.
D Brown says, "What's up, fellas? Hope you had a great day. Zach Cunningham, Jayon Brown, or Shaq Barrett? Please, I need help. Thanks." So I guess you have to pick one. I'm going to go Cunningham here just because he's been getting more of the snaps now that, Kirksey's on IR. I like Jayon Brown. I like Shaq Barrett enough, but Cunningham, when he plays, is just almost always a top guy, and he's getting the snaps now. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna divert to you there. I love Tennessee's linebackers. I feel like they put up points when they play, but
they do. You're right. Jayon Brown had 15, 20 points this last week. He had a bunch of tackles. But Rashaan Evans being out means he will be out there.
And Long being out. I think you can't go wrong with Jayon Brown, but man, those guys get injured so fast, and it's a problem.
This is true. Jayon Brown loves to get injured. Got another one here. Ouch. Tre'Davious White. Yeah, the Tre'Davious White situation, not the ideal, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of injury news over the last few days. AJ Brown going out on IR for 3 weeks, and I mean, Ebron didn't really affect anyone, but that still sucks. And Michael Carter.
Ebron, there's a name you don't hear every day.
Well, they all came through at like the same time. I was more bummed about Michael Carter because they could have put him on IR last week and they didn't, and then they just slapped him on there. So that's 3 more weeks of a guy who's rising through the ranks right now.
Very true. Very true. I I don't know. It's a little kind of a weird year for injuries. I mean, it always is, but I feel like the Washington football team, with Sweat and now Chase Young both going out, that's been a really weird sort of team to try to navigate recently, at least in my opinion.
Agreed. I think I actually said something about Washington football team being one of the best defenses, and Billy and Joe, of course, scoffed at me. But I was like, man, if they put it together, they can. And obviously, it's been completely wrong, but not really Washington's fault, just injuries. And that line really makes up the majority of their team. Holcomb's still getting a lot of points, which is nice, but it's kind of too little, too late for him to get the tackles because that means they're already getting 8 yards.
What happened?
I don't know. You frozen?
Oh, I'm back now. I'm back now. I'm back.
It's fine. I'll take over. All right. So let's get.
I think I'm back. Am I not back?
You're kind of a little laggy, but you're there.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Well, that's because I opened up Facebook on this computer, which I never open up Facebook. No. And immediately my computer hated me for it. How about now? Is it back to normal?
Still a little laggy, but.
All right. I'm going to leave and I'll be back in like 1 second.
All right. Well, I will.
The show.
I will be the show for a little while. As you see, my phenomenal Eagles apparel and Boston Terriers. We actually just had a new puppy. Parents got a new Boston Terrier, so we got 4 of them now, and it's pretty phenomenal. I'm going to wait for him to get to the fantasy news, but I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I drink a lot of beverages, and I am feeling rough and looking rough. So
I'm back.
I just did a little monologue there. It was no big deal.
That sounds like something you would do. Do you think Claypool is a solid play today despite turf toe? I didn't realize he had turf toe. I knew he was kind of hurt. It's just hard not to play Chase Claypool, in my opinion. I know he has some down games, but everybody has down games. You're probably playing him as, 2, a flex? I mean, you're getting quite a bit of upside still.
He's not getting the touchdowns right now is the biggest thing for him, and I think those will come. He's a big dude. I mean, Ebron's out of there now. Not that really was a huge thing, but he did steal some.
Freiermuth is a touchdown machine lately.
Muth is a touchdown machine, but they were using Ebron. They were giving him targets in the end zone too. So even when Muth was the truth there, so I think Claypool is a solid play. I mean, that's going to be a good game all around. I want as much stock in that game as I can.
Yeah. I'm looking more to get, especially in DFS, I'm looking at the Vikings 49ers game.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's up, IDP Goats? What's up, Shane? Happy to see you here, brother. He says Jamal Adams or Harrison Smith. Bruh, I hate to be like that, but it's probably Harrison Smith. Jamal Adams has just been
okay.
Okay, exactly. Smith has been pretty good. I will say Adams is still getting solid tackle numbers, but it's just like he doesn't offer a lot in the pass deflection pick department, and he's not getting home with his sacks. Harrison Smith offers you points all over the field, as well as tackles. So,
yeah, if Jamal Adams could just get a sack, he would be.
That would be great.
Yeah,
if we could just start with the 1 sack and go from there. But he had a good week. He had a really good week. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? I mean, he's still a great play. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah.
I'm.
Yeah. He tied Vince Wilfork for interception numbers with 3 last 2 weeks ago. It was nice.
Impressive stuff. Denny Pelletier. What up, my guy? He said, what's up, boys? Full PPR. Mike Williams, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans, or Deontay Johnson. Need just one.
You could only choose one of them? That's tough.
It's Mike Evans.
I would make the argument for Deontay Johnson there. He's been solid these last few weeks.
I mean, you could make that argument.
Like I said, I
imagine you would.
I'm not over here voting for Devontae Smith. I could be doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, you had to even bring it up as the problem.
I just had
his name in there again for some reason.
I think it would go to Deontay Johnson, Evans, Devontae Smith, and then Mike Wills.
Oh, Mike Evans for sure. Mike Evans is a beast. People are silly.
I don't think you're going wrong on Mike Evans. I just think Deontay Johnson has the more explosive chance. Mike Evans just has a chance to get 2 touchdowns, which he could do.
You're crazy.
All right, fireball bet? No, I'm just kidding.
No, we've got some fireball bets that need to get paid up. I actually lost the one to Billy last week. Listen to this crap. All right, Billy and I had a fireball bet last week. His was Jalen Waddle, and mine was Terry McLaurin. And it was literally just flat points. Okay, so Terry McLaurin put up 22.3 points, and Jalen Waddle put up 22.6. So I gotta pay up this stupid fireball bet. I literally lose every fireball bet I do with Billy, basically. So that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Cruz Ruiz says DL pick 2: Ogba, Wilkins, Franklin Myers, or Hargrave. If you're picking 2 for me, I'm gonna go Hargrave and Ogba.
Yeah, I was gonna say pick a Miami defensive lineman.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I like Wilkins too. He hasn't gotten a sack in a while, but he does get good tackle numbers.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot there in the explosive play department. Hargrave started the season off hot. I think he's still gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah, I mean, it is Daniel Jones, so.
Yeah. If Devin White is out, need one starter: Mosley, Dion Jones, or Miles Jack. Ooh, that's not a great group of guys this year. What do you think?
I'm a big fan of Miles Jack. I know he hasn't been phenomenal, but he's been consistent. He's, I think, basically getting 9-10 points IDP pretty much all year. He's had a couple bad weeks here and there, but that would be my bet there. Deion Jones, I'm not a huge fan of right now. And Mosley, has he done anything this year?
He had a couple of good games to start the season out, but he's been dealing with some injury stuff last couple of weeks. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go Miles Jack there.
I stand corrected. Mosley's had a pretty decent year. I guess it's just been kind of quiet, but I wouldn't be upset about Mosley just because of Houston, and I imagine they'll run the ball. But yeah, I like Miles Jack.
All right, Miles Jack for the win. D Brown says Stevenson, Hunt, or take a chance on Dylan. This is difficult too. Apologies for offensive question. No, we go all fantasy football, bro. We'll answer anything. Doesn't have to just be IDP. I'm gonna go Dylan. He hasn't been bad last few weeks. I mean, I still think that even if Aaron Jones plays, he's going to be limited. I think there's enough standalone value in Dylan. And of the guys that are on that list, as far as standalone value as a second running back, I have the most faith in him because he's not coming off an injury and he's not on the Patriots.
Yeah, avoid the Patriots like the plague. Hunt coming back from an injury, I'd want to see a game first, see what his usage is. And honestly, like he said, Dylan has been phenomenal. And even with Aaron Jones starting, and not to mention him coming back from injury, I'm sure they'll use him lightly.
Dylan's been so good this year. I don't think, and he's going to be great next year. He's a dynasty asset, one of those guys that everyone told you not to draft last year in the second round. And yeah, it's taken a while for it to pay off, but I mean, he's going to be good when he gets the rock. I've already been offered first round picks for him in the leagues I have him in, and I didn't pay a first for him. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think the great thing about Dylan too is he's catching balls out of the backfield, and he's a big dude, and he's still catching balls. So I mean,
exactly, he's gonna get the goal line work. If he catches it, he has unique upside. I'm getting my offensive questions in first. LOL. Freiermuth or Uzama? I'm gonna go Freiermuth. Yeah, better chance at a touchdown, I think. Yards still aren't going to be great for either of them, I don't think.
Uzama's just he's a boomer bust, is what it is. He might get 9 targets in this game, or he might get 2. And
that's very fair.
Yeah,
very fair. Do us a favor if you're watching, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and your group chats. We're trying to grow the channel, trying to grow the brand. We have all kinds of stuff here for you all. Dynasty, daily, IDP, obviously. Billy's holding us down on the college football stuff. So,
oh man, I watched that Oklahoma State game, and it's rough.
Was it? I didn't.
It was. I mean, it was pretty much a shootout the whole game, as all college football games are. And then Oklahoma botched a punt return and basically gave Oklahoma State the game.
Sounds exciting. PPR, Barkley, James Robinson, or AJ Dillon. Need one to go with Jonathan Taylor and Joe Mixon. Okay, I want to hear what you guys
say. So 2 weeks ago, I would have said Barkley because the Eagles' run defense is pretty bad, you'd think, at least, or it has been. But the last 2 weeks, we've actually shut down a lot of people. So I'm not really fully concerned or committed that Barkley's fully healthy at this point. So I have to go James Robinson here. I feel like the pass catching ability alone, and then not to mention the yards that he's going to put up against the Falcons.
I agree with you 100%. The answer is James Robinson. He's going to get all the touches. He'll get his touchdown. You know, he has pretty much has the most volume locked in.
It's closer than you think, though. Barkley could easily
Yeah,
tear up.
Barkley is in a good situation. Still, like you said, I think Barkley's going to be a good play this week, but I'm still just a little bit hesitant. And you've already got Jonathan Taylor and Joe Mixon. You don't really need to throw Barkley into your lineup, right? You know what I mean?
He said PPR. That's where it got me. If it wasn't PPR, absolutely Barkley.
Fair. Rougarou. Maybe not much to talk about here, but Josh Reynolds had 5 targets in his first start. After being there for the first week, for about a week, yeah, it's kind of gross, but I took a flyer on him and got 16 points. Yeah, I mean, he has the Jared Goff connection. There is no competition. I mean, I'm game if you're in a deep league and you need to start Josh Reynolds. I mean, I'm in leagues where I'm starting Marvin Jones and Jarvis Landry and Rondell Moore, Mecole Hardman every week. I would have no problem swapping one of them out for Josh Reynolds down the stretch here if it looks like things are going to be going good. You have teams that just lost A.J. Brown. So you definitely want to be privy to these players. So, yeah, I'm definitely in.
Yeah, I'm in, but at the same time, temper expectations. Like if it's just a throw in there, just don't get too excited.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to put up 16 points every week. Let's calm down on that. But I think that he's going to be viable. So, what do you think about this Elijah Moore stuff?
Can you elaborate further?
I don't know. I mean, he seems to be breaking out. Like,
okay.
Like having a good stretch here. But now Zach Wilson comes back into the picture. What do you think?
I think you downgrade everyone on the Jets until they figure out what's going on.
Until they're not the Jets.
Yeah. Honestly, Michael Carter looked phenomenal, but once again, not with Zach Wilson. And Elijah Moore looked great, not with Zach Wilson. So they are playing Houston, so it's a layup of a game. And then honestly, Philly might just spank them. So
you and this Philly love. I love it. Love it so much.
All right. I didn't want to do this, but we don't have any questions right now. Well, I've got a couple down there. They'll be okay.
Do it.
No, so
we control the show.
Philadelphia has one of the best chances to make the playoffs in the NFC East or the NFC in general right now. The Saints are downsliding. The Falcons aren't a thing. The Panthers have Cam, and he'll choke, even though I love me some Cam. And then what else we got? The 49ers. I'm sorry. I'm not sold in them, but I'm not.
No, me either. They have a good schedule, though. They're going to lose today, though.
Well, that's the thing is the Eagles play the Giants, Jets, Washington, Giants, Washington, and then Cowboys. It's literally the easiest schedule left. And if we win 4 of those games, we're pretty much in. But then they play the Cowboys.
You guys can't win a playoff game, all right?
No. That's the Cowboys you're thinking of.
No, that's you I'm thinking of.
We just won.
Jalen Hurts going to go out there with Boston Scott and take you all down the field and get a win.
All right, time out. Mr. Miles Sanders is back, number 1. And
even better.
I know he's even better than Boston Scott. I know that's what I'm trying to say. And then Jordan Howard will be back in a couple weeks, and he actually has been looking phenomenal. I'm not saying the team's phenomenal. I'm not saying we're going to go win the Super Bowl, but we're going to make the playoffs.
All right. Well, I'm proud of you guys. The bar is set real low around Philadelphia. I'm glad you guys are going to get over
with all the hate that we got coming into the season with, they're going to tank and they're going to be a bottom 5 team. And
oh no, is Antonio Brown back?
Is he really?
I don't know. I thought I just saw him.
I think they said they're hoping he'll be back next week.
He's so annoying. All right. Cruz Ruiz, what we got here, my guy? Newton, Tannehill, or Tua? I'm thinking Cam, but Miami defense looked good against Lamar. Yeah, I would take Tua. I would not do Tannehill or Newton.
Cam. I got Cam in daily lineups all over right now.
Yeah, it's because he's probably cheap. Is he cheap?
Honestly, not really. I mean, he's like right run of the middle. It's not like anything. Okay,
that's
terrible.
Basically cheap. And this week's main slate has shitty quarterbacks on it.
Jalen Hurts
Cam Newton to be in the middle of a shitty slate does not mean I'm not in.
I'm not in on Tua personally. I think
Tua.
I think Carolina's defense can take it down.
Give me Tua. I believe.
Philly Finns fan. I like that guy.
All right, Rougarou says, I agree. I regret not grabbing him. Oh, I guess you did not grab old Josh Reynolds.
Oh,
they get a downgrade. Yeah, Zach Wilson. I think we're going to learn a lot about Zach Wilson today, because he cannot go out there and look basically as bad as he looked before he got hurt. He just can't.
I think you still play Elijah Moore, just the fact that he's going to be out there and get the targets. I mean, there's not really anyone competing with those targets for him, but it is Zach Wilson, and it's not going to be a 20, 30-point game for him, unfortunately.
All right. Fair.
No. Go Birds. Just kidding.
Should I start Kazir White or Shaq Thompson? I would start Shaq Thompson of the two.
I've actually got a little love interest for Kazir White lately. Picked him up early in the season, in the offseason maybe even, and been starting him. But yeah, you're playing Shaq Thompson.
He's been doing good. But Shaq Thompson, I mean, he offers a lot of upside. I don't think we should ignore that necessarily.
Not to mention all of Ahmed and whoever Malcolm Brown is, if he's even alive anymore, carries are going to go straight to Shaq Thompson.
All right. That's all the questions we got in the chat right now. Man, we got so much stuff coming up. The off season's coming. We got so much information to get through.
All right, I got an IDP question for you then. I'm not going to type it in the chat. We'll just talk about it.
Hit me.
Mr. Kaiser White or Jerome Baker?
Give me Baker.
Really? I've been hating what Baker's been doing lately. It's been absolutely terrible.
Give me Baker. I like him more. Kaiser White. I just am a little bit worried that there's going to be a lot of broken tackles today against the Vikings. Like, I feel like Dalvin Cook, I mean, he got a lot of carries last week. He did well.
They played Denver.
Okay, wait. Who did you say? Kaiser
White, Chargers.
Oh, okay. Denver. The Chargers are not playing the
No, that's San Francisco.
I'm sorry.
You're thinking about Fred Warner.
They're playing Denver. They're playing Melvin Gordon. Okay, that's why.
So it's Melvin Gordon and Javonte against them, and I just feel like that's 20 carries.
I'm still not necessarily into that. I don't know that the Vikings are going to be able to keep drives alive enough for Kazir White to kind of run up a score.
That's fair.
And I feel like the game for the Patriots is going to be run a lot. So there's going to be Jerome Baker is going to have opportunities to get his tackles, but he also blitzes a lot. And Cam's only in his second start back. I mean, he didn't even win last week. He hasn't won yet as a starter. He came in and threw a couple passes in a game they won, or a pass or whatever. But like, Miami's defense ain't nothing to fuck with. I know people think it is right now, but I wouldn't. I think I'm interested to see how Cam performs today. And I don't think it's going to be like people think it is. That's kind of why, like, when you said I have Cam in DFS, and I'm like, yeah, he's probably right in the middle, and it's a bad week for quarterbacks already. So it's not like I don't see the Cam week. Now, here's what'll happen. He'll probably salvage it. He'll probably have 3 touchdowns. Okay, 2 of them will probably be rushing, and he'll probably be throwing. That's fine. He'll probably have like 18 points. But it's just like I don't think you're getting upside with Cam this week the way people think. I think you're getting floored with Cam.
Yeah, you definitely need it's kind of like what we saw from like Jalen Hurts in a bad week where he's just it's going to be like
not
160 yards.
But the odds of Cam Newton winning you your week are like 0.
I think you're getting 20 some points though, and I think the upside's worth it against Miami because Miami's really been one of those weird defenses.
So many it's going to be ugly.
See, I don't know. I don't think you're getting the yards. I agree, but I think he's going to vulture every touchdown.
The only thing is, he gets to just throw the ball to the best offensive football player, basically Christian McCaffrey, over and over and over again. So Christian McCaffrey also helps elevate that. But again, that's kind of baked into the floor. I don't think Cam has any real ceiling this week. I could be totally wrong on that, but I think Miami's defense is going to be all right, and I think Jerome Baker is a good play. So there's my long-winded answer to your question. Xavier McKinney or Jesse Bates? I'm taking McKinney. He's been hot lately. Just stick with him. Nothing wrong with Bates per se, but
no, I agree. Actually, I don't have anything to say. It's weird.
It is weird.
Well, don't worry, we'll get there.
Unless you don't have anything to say, unless it's the Eagles.
Are we talking about the Eagles? Anyway.
Shut up. I'm going to mute your ass. All right, Ruguru, need 2. Minka, Holland, Rowe, Ashton Davis. Ooh, that's a good safety group right there. All right, I'm crossing Rowe off the list. He's out. It's coming down to Minka, Holland, and Davis. Who do the Jets play again today? Houston?
Mm-hmm. I like Holland for sure.
I think I'm playing, Holland and Minka.
I agree. I like Ashton Davis, and I was hoping he would slide in that role for May, but he's been just okay. It's definitely not. He's definitely startable in a pinch.
He's startable, but when I think I would stick with Holland and Minka. Holland's been breaking out basically all season, and then Minka, he's due for a big game. It's a divisional game. I think this will be a pretty heated game. I saw some videos of some Bengals players talking shit on the Steelers.
Division games are always great.
I don't think that was a smart decision. I bet they're going to give Joe Burrow hell today. That's all I'm going to say. So,
all right, just to skip ahead, Cam or Russell Wilson? This is from our buddy Joe, the OP economist.
Russell Wilson. I'm just not a Cam guy. Here's the thing: people get these ideas in their head, like Cam. Like, when was the last time Cam helped you in fantasy? Like, I'm being dead ass serious right now. Like, he was not great last year. He was not great the year before.
Okay, time out. On the Patriots, they had no receivers. When Edelman was there, he was actually doing okay.
I don't want to hear it.
All right, so you go, Russ. Got
Darius Slay or AJ Terrell. I'm playing with Slay. He's hot right now. Like, he's running hot. Like 3 picks the past 2 or 3 weeks. He's had 2 touchdowns or something like that.
3. Oh yeah, sorry. He had 3 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. That's what it is.
It's insane.
It's wild.
Get that man into your lineups.
They also, I don't know if it's just a joke, but Sirianni joked about getting him on offense, and that would be fucking phenomenal.
I mean, he'd probably take a jet sweep or some stupid shit today.
I'm sure he could.
That sounds like something Nick Sirianni would do. All right, Richard Malone. What up, Malone? Jabari Zuniga. Keep an eye on him with no Shaq Lawson today. All right. Malone is like our scout. Like, he's like our deep scout. He's always dropping bombs up in here, dropping little nuggets.
I super appreciate that, because I was like, who is that? Am I supposed to know who this is? Appreciate the help.
He plays for the Jets, right? Or does he?
Yeah, he's a defensive lineman.
Okay, I was going to say.
Hurts all day. Just kidding. Actually, I just don't like Russell Wilson right now. This isn't even me being a homer on Hurts here.
Is this Joe?
No.
So this is like okay, it's Hurts. Okay.
He said Cam or Russell Wilson. So my thing is I wanted to play Russ last week. I actually called it on the podcast that I think you start Russ. I just don't feel confident, especially in week 12. You need to win this game. I think Hurts, your floor is 15, 20. And I think Russell Wilson, the way he's been playing, your floor is like 10. So obviously the ceiling's there, but who's Seattle playing again? The Rams? No, it's Packers.
I don't even know. I should know.
I know, but I don't know. Well, if you don't know,
it's Washington.
Washington. Okay, Washington's defense is terrible. So I could see the argument for Russ here, but I don't even want to give you any advice on this one, because
I would go Russ.
Be a Hummer.
Yeah, he's too biased. He literally cannot bring himself to say anything but Jalen Hurts. So
no, I'm actually more worried about. So Hurts, the problem with Hurts is all the touchdowns could be vultured by Miles Sanders and
in what world does Miles Sanders vulture touchdowns from anybody?
Miles Sanders is going to have the game.
Dimension.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going to wear the jersey today, but he's going to have that game.
Dude, you're insane.
I mean, yeah.
This is the quintessential Eagles fan, ladies and gentlemen. This man is a madman.
We are running the ball at a ridiculous rate. Miles Sanders really the only worth running back to start. Just saying.
All right. We have
26 carries, 2 touchdowns.
All right, Rougarou. I have Bradley Chubb coming back from IR. Should I keep him or Jermaine Carter? I would keep Bradley Chubb. Jermaine Carter's the literal definition of a replacement level player. Like, if you look up like replacement level player in the dictionary, it's just a picture of Jermaine Carter with a big old smile on his face. Just happy to be here, Coach. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, hit us with some more questions. Hit us with some more of them questions or comments or smart ass remarks. We'll take anything.
Let's talk more about the Eagles, guys. I'll just keep talking about the Eagles.
Literally
until
anything
you guys ask
questions about the Eagles.
I was kidding. No, so back to the Hurts Russell Wilson thing. I like Hurts, and he could do great, and he actually has been doing better as a passer, but It's just those vulture touchdowns when they started running the ball it's a little tough to.
Hurts is better than I want to give him credit for. Like I will say like I coming into the year I was off Hurts. I was like I just don't believe blah blah blah. That's great. I've changed my opinion. I now think Jalen Hurts does have what it takes to be an NFL level quarterback, but I don't think that the guys on that team are going to get him there. Okay, so what am I saying by that? They need
one more piece.
He needs help. I mean, like right now. I mean, if he wasn't their quarterback, if they actually had like a bad quarterback, this
or
team
a non-mobile quarterback,
exactly. I mean, this team would be like Jacksonville right now.
Oh, I agree.
Just bottom. Like Hurts is actually half decent, and he's doing it with guys like Devontae Smith's a great separator, but I mean, like you have a rookie wide receiver as basically your best weapon.
And Goddard.
And I hate to say it, like what is he, the second or third best wide receiver this year of the rookies? He's not the best. Sorry.
Him and Waddle are just about tied right now for
exactly. So it's just like that's not a great situation for any quarterback to be in, let alone a guy who's only coming off his second year himself.
Well, so really, basically first year.
If they can get him one, so an actual pass catching wide receiver, and they've been trying for so long, Rager, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and then Devontae Smith. Like they needed to hit on one of the other guys. They didn't.
Jefferson or Metcalf or
Yeah, exactly. So once they get that figured out, and then Miles Sanders, they need to get rid of Miles Sanders. Get a decent, real running back who can actually carry a workload, who can actually play the games.
You're actually wrong about that one, but that's fine.
No, I'm not. But that's okay.
You are. It's fine.
Nice try. Keep it up. But once they get all those problems figured out, I think Jalen Hurts can be very successful.
I like that they did with the Goddard, though, locked him up for 4 years.
Goddard doesn't even have I don't know. He's
never had it's been 2 weeks since he's had the whole job. So
well, no, he's been a primary tight end multiple times before, and it's like, yeah, he'll score a little bit here and there, but it's like he's not like a take.
I'm a little worried about that contract.
He's not a game-changing player. He's not a game-changing player.
He's not Ertz.
I mean, that's kind of fair too. I mean, Ertz has been balling out since he got to the desert, and I'm just like,
I called that.
On there?
I knew Ertz would be good on the other team. So anyway, back to IDP.
All right, we got Big Bomb in the house. He says, if Devin White can't go, should I run Camu Grugier-Hill? Yeah, Grugier-Hill's been killing it for Houston. They should be playing a boatload of snaps. Throw them on in there. I mean, assuming you don't have a better replacement.
Agreed. I mean, I don't know what else you got there, but Grugier-Hill's been another guy who's kind of under the radar because he's on a terrible team. I always love grabbing those the linebackers on terrible teams.
Fuck. I mean, look at Denzel Perryman. He's like the number one tackling linebacker in the league. He didn't even sign with the Raiders till like 2 weeks before the season. And we kind of, again, the Raiders are an enigma because I don't know if they're good or bad.
So it's actually kind of funny because when Littleton went there from the Rams, I thought that he would be the dude there, but I think it's more of, for the Rams, it's that everything funnels to the linebackers, and that's why you can pretty much insert Rams linebacker here and get points. And so maybe Denzel Perryman's just good. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I just don't know.
Maybe he is. I mean, he's obviously better than Kwiatkowski and Littleton, or at least for the system they're running.
Yeah, Kwiatkowski was good on the Bears for that 1 year and then got a contract, so good for him. Big
Bomb in the house. Oh, Bomb will come to you next real quick. Start Bobby Okereke or Darius Leonard. What a rude question. What a rude question. It's obviously Darius Leonard. Come on, just do it.
Can you start them both?
I mean, yeah. I would love to start them both. I mean, honestly, Okereke has been, I think Okereke might even be outscoring Leonard, but you can't sit Darius Leonard. It's like you don't get questions like this on offense. No one would message me and say, should I start, I don't know, Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill? They would just find a way to do that. And obviously the answer would be Travis Kelce. I don't know. That was a bad example.
Yeah, it's fine though.
I have Campbell, Parsons, TJ Edwards already going. Cameron Grugier-Hill is my second flex. Yeah, I like him as a second flex. All right, Rougarou bringing in the outs. Oh, yeah, check the inactives, y'all. Whoever's out there. I'll try and maybe pull some of them up. What is going on right now? All right, Kadarius Toney out. Keep an eye on Quincy Roche today.
Roche, probably.
And Austin Davis. This next week, both DL. All right, you heard it from Malone. That's our scout.
This guy's
Malone's
just
out in the
sniping
field.
people.
Malone's in deep cover. Okay, I don't even know where Malone's at. That's how deep his cover is. But
I also love his picture. It looks like he's on the field scouting people.
He's on the sidelines. He's watching games. He's listening to coaches' meetings. He's just around the water cooler. Malone's got the good stuff. I think it's because Leonard is dinged up. Yeah, I'm still not going to bench him.
Well, this was from me. I didn't realize it would pop up.
Okay, I was going to say, who is this and why
that was me.
What's happening right now?
He's trying to. It's security fraud is not a joke, man.
It freaked me out. All right, pick one: Kazir White, Singleton, or Monty Rice.
IDP Bomber already chose Kaiser.
Okay, I don't know. I like Singleton as well. Now that he's hopefully getting the playing time with Davion Taylor, looks like he's missing again.
Yeah, he'll be out. He's on IR for 3 weeks, and it's the Giants, so I figure Saquon, but.
It's nice to have an Eagles insider, though. Like, I love that you can just pull, like I say something like that offhandedly, and you can just pull up the whole
so actually,
report.
Fun fact, Davion Taylor is going to be the truth. If you can get him, or if people dropped him right now, being on IR, he was supposed to be this awesome coverage linebacker. We drafted him like 2 years ago, and he finally has a role, and him and TJ Edwards are phenomenal together. But yeah, I don't know what to do here. I was thinking Singleton, honestly, but Monty Rice with New England's running game, I was pretty, thinking about it. But thanks, IDP Bomber. I appreciate you giving me something.
I love listening to two delusional Eagles fans thinking Sanders is a workhorse RB now.
All right, bro. All right. So is this the Cowboys fan?
This is no. I mean, yeah, but
I'm pretty sure
it doesn't matter.
Yep. Well,
irrelevant.
Listen here. I never said workhorse. I'm saying he is a good running back.
Oh, listen to him. Back off now.
No.
I said something much more reasonable and palatable than you thought you heard.
But Sanders is going to go off today, so
there it is. He's back.
No. So we're just going to creep up. Can you guys lose a couple more games so we can get back to that division title? We miss it.
All right, I'm looking at some inactives here. So, what we got?
Cordell Patterson will play today.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that because they're not really. I mean, yeah, they technically have a chance at the playoffs, but so far he's your best player. So, also, I want to go live here and say the person I hate the most is going to have a great game today, Mr. Kyle Pitts himself. I think he's a great daily play. Mainly because I'm playing him in 2 leagues and I've talked way too much shit on him. But also, I think he's overdue. I told people on OP that basically the last 3 games they had really good defenses they're playing. Now they're playing the Jaguars. And I guess Jackrabbit Jenkins will be on him, but I don't even know. Is he suspended for punching that guy?
I don't think so. I think he missed last week. I think he's back.
Okay. So that only thing is the shell coverage is killing them. They can't get it when they play over the top, and there's no other threat on the Falcons other than Cordell. So
I grabbed Juwan Lewis last week to fill in for Slay, got hurt, and now he's back. Which one is a keeper? I mean, Slay.
I think you're not going to get much unless he has his big play, unfortunately. But I think it's worth it just the way he's played the last 4 games.
Here's a good dynasty question from Twin Caliber UK. He says, hey, guys, what are your thoughts on holding players like Kenny Young, Aziz Al-Shazir in dynasty? Any merit or sack them off? Okay. That's sack them off. That's not the thing we say here in America, but generally sack them off means just say get rid of them, cut them for all of our United States people out there. I don't know. Depends on how big your bench is. But I'm definitely fine cutting guys like that. That would be on the close to the very top of the list of guys I would cut, depending on who you're picking up. You know what I mean? Any true merit, I don't think you're going to look at a linebacker 1 season out of either of those players over the course of a whole season. So, I mean, not really.
I think
truly long term.
I think Aziz Al-Share has a chance, but I think Kenny Young with their whole linebacker core going out and then him stepping in and not really doing anything. I think he's pretty much cuttable as it is.
And you have to think too, when you drop a guy to waivers, like it's not like you can never get him back. If something does happen and he does start doing well or whatever, you're probably more keyed in on that player than your league mates anyway. So I would be a little less interested in Al-Shaair, like you said, because Greenlaw is coming back from injury or was activated. But I mean, he could get re-injured again. Fred Warner could get injured again. And Fred Warner, I mean, I honestly don't think he's going to be with the 49ers too long. I know they just gave him a massive contract for like 5 years, blah, blah, blah.
God, you fucking hate
I think he's going to be on the Jets in like 2 years. Go with Saleh. And when that happens, Shaair, I mean, he's only first year in the league, second. If he's still bumming around, he could instantly be a starting linebacker. So
it's his third year.
It's his third year?
Yeah.
Okay. He's still, like I said, he's still pretty young.
I like the talent there, though. You know what I mean? I think Kenny Young, once again, I'm telling you, Rams linebackers, they just get funneled too with Aaron Donald and
I think Kenny Young's on
he's on now, though. But I'm saying whenever they leave the Rams and they go to another team, they're never as good. And he really hasn't done anything.
No, that's a very, very, very valid point. And what is this? Kenny Young's third team, fourth team?
Well, he was on his third game with Denver. It hasn't done anything yet. So
well, Devin White dropped his Q tag on Sleeper. Praise be.
Praise be.
Thoughts on Claypool today and only Bateman or play Bateman. Don't play Bateman.
I
don't get people's obsession with Rashad Bateman.
I'm obsessed with Bateman, and I still tell you to play Claypool.
Exactly. Okay,
I want it to happen, but sometimes you just can't make it happen.
And it's also like these people are like, Javonte Williams, he's going to have 150 yards and 4 touchdowns today.
Let's calm down. I'm done doing that for the day. But Javonte
Imagine,
Williams,
we live in a world where people confidently get on Twitter and say the backup running back is going to massively outperform the starter today because I said so. And it's like the annoying thing about that is when it happens, they're going to be like, look, we all said it. The breakout happened. And when it doesn't happen, that was just a joke anyway. It was just satire. Obviously, that was obviously hyperbole. Obviously, everyone takes things so seriously here. Blah, 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 blah. It's shut up. You can't have it both ways. Just stop.
Real quick, though, Javonte Williams is the truth. He's going to be the dude there.
Yes, he will. He will when he is that guy. He's not. When he is, he will be. Everyone knows that. There is no fucking question about that. That's what I don't get. But people live in this world where they literally take the one variable, the only variable that matters, Melvin Gordon, and they just erase it from the board. And they're like, look, Javonte Williams is amazing. And it's like, he will be amazing. This is an equation. And the number one most important variable, besides the human himself that actually gets the points, is the guy that's in front of him doing it already.
See, I was never really good at math, so that's probably why. I might have just messed up the equation.
I just don't get it. And it's like Melvin Gordon's, I don't know.
He's actually had a really good year.
He's a beast. He's a fucking beast. And
imagine if
he actually got more than just 50% of carries.
I was going to say, imagine if either one of these guys had a full workload.
Exactly.
Or even 80% of that workload.
Just drives me nuts. Be like, Javonte is so much more explosive. Yeah, he does have certain skills that Melvin doesn't have. Melvin, a 28-year-old running back who, carried the rock, a lot. He's outlasted guys like Todd Gurley. He's outlasted guys like Le'Veon Bell. He's outlasted a lot of guys that people said were way better than him.
He's going to end up being like Frank Gore and play.
He is. He's going to end up being like AP or Frank Gore in 3 or 4 years. Melvin Gordon's probably still going to have a meaningful role in the NFL, and people are going to hate him. But he's probably going to be pretty damn good.
Did Frank Gore ever retire, though?
And people are like, he fumbled, blah, blah. I'm like, he's fumbled his whole fucking career. At the end of the day, he's still a veteran running back, and he still gets to hand the ball again. He catches the ball. He's a big boy, too. He can pass block like crazy. So, all right. Anyway, I had to go crazy there for a second.
Yeah, you good, man? Corey Davis is out, so that goes back to the Elijah Moore. I think you play him. If you have him. I don't make a spot for him, but if you have to put him in.
I traded Jamal Adams for DJ Moore. You think that was a good move, Dynasty Superflex? Yeah, that's a great move.
Agreed.
DJ Moore right now he's on the low end of what he probably should be valued. Well, not probably. He is right now. I know that because I have him a lot of places and nobody wants him, but I don't want to get rid of him. I had a guy try to send me a trade the other day for DJ Moore. This guy's so who it is. It's Barton. We talk about Barton a lot this league or on the show. And he sent me this trade and he tried to get DJ Moore off me. And I said, he basically wanted something crazy. I was like, look, if you want to get DJ Moore involved, you're gonna have to start talking about Joe Mixon. He's like, oh, that's crazy. Joe Mixon's worth so much more than DJ Moore. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this guy. So I said, go, and he loves trade calculators. I was like, go type Joe Mixon versus DJ Moore in any one of your stupid little trade calculators that you're obsessed with. And next message I get from him is, that was closer than I thought. Yeah, no shit. And guess who's ahead? DJ Moore. So
I think people get a little worried because no one wants to trade any of their stars. That's the problem. Well, I want your star, but I'm not going to give you one back.
Well, it's just like people don't realize that DJ Moore is a star. That's the other thing.
I agree.
Like, even without, he doesn't score big, gaudy touchdowns. He doesn't have these monster games usually. Again, that's not his fault. It's a quarterback's fault. He has crappy quarterbacks. Give the man a real quarterback. That's not Cam Newton. It's not some scrub. He's going to ball, and he's only 24 years old. He's still very, 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 very young for an NFL receiver with like 4 or 5 years experience.
That's the best part about DJ Moore is he has Cam right now.
I don't know if I agree with that statement.
I know. I just said it for you.
But I would 100% trade Jamal Adams for DJ Moore.
I think that was a phenomenal trade, Alexander.
Mr. Invincible says half PPR, pick 3, Devonta Smith, Hollywood Brown, Melvin Gordon, Scary Terry. Easy. Hollywood Brown, Melvin Gordon, Scary Terry. Easy.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's the play. I love Devonta Smith, but he has had a couple good weeks in a row, but it's bound to not happen. And you don't want to have Melvin Gordon on your bench with 20 points and Devonta Smith have 8.
Well, let's calm down. I won't have 20 points. He'll have 16.
No, the thing is both of those running backs on Denver could go for 20
points that's the
at any
thing.
time.
I told somebody, I was on MFL answering some questions earlier because sometimes I just get on there and people, they retweet stuff and I'll just comment back. And somebody said something about, should I start Devontae, but I'm already starting Melvin. I was like, I start them both. I mean, the reality is there's going to be about 30. I would guess there's about 30 fantasy points between both of them. You know what I mean?
Any game, and they're playing the Chargers.
Exactly.
Stop the run.
Just put them both in. Just if one of them hits 20 and one hits 10, that's a win. If one hits 28 and one hits 2, that's still a win, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because you didn't get the 2 by itself. So you're kind of hedging, you know what I mean? And they're both have a great matchup, and they're both going to get basically the same workload. So if one's a starter, the other one should be startable.
Honestly, all 4 of them have phenomenal matchups too, which is the best part of that.
Lunch Table Legend, what up, bro? Good to see you. He says start 1, CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams, or Patrick Queen on Sunday Night Football. I'm staying away from Patrick Queen. He has not been good lately. I'm going to start Quincy Williams, or I'm going to start Mosley, assuming he, is the primary guy and his injuries goes away, etc. And I think that's the case right now. I'm still a little behind, guys. I'm literally cruising the inactives right now. But
I think you put Mosley in, and if he goes out, you put in Queen, because with Baker's injuries and all the shit that's going on with Cleveland lately, I think you could get a big play from Queen, but I think Mosley's the play from the start.
Here's a good one. Rex Burkhead or DJ Dallas? I think I'm going DJ Dallas. No, I'm not. I'm going Burkhead. I know that's a scary situation, but Burkhead's still good. He's scored some big fantasy games this year. At least one. He had 1 or 2 last year. I mean, if he's going to get the workload.
Can you find anyone else?
Can you find anyone else?
I don't want any of that.
Start 1 DST. Jags, Dolphins, Bengals, Ravens.
Should pick up the Eagles. Big
Dolphins.
play slate.
Dolphins.
Yeah, agreed. Because they have the chance to shut down the Panthers. I don't think it'll happen, but I think it's a chance.
Start 3, Melvin Gordon, Rashad Bateman, Odell Beckham, Devontae Freeman, Ty Johnson. I would start Melvin Gordon, Ty Johnson, and Freeman.
Gordon, Bateman. I don't like Freeman, but
I don't like him either.
Yeah,
but
I don't like
care.
Ty Johnson. He never did it, even when he had the starting role.
He had a couple of games.
Yeah, it's just even against the Texans, I'm not sold on it. And don't do Odell. You got to see it first. I get if you want to take that risk, but I don't know about that one. But I think Bateman's a play there.
Bomber says Dallas if you get punt return, kick return yards. Start 1 kicker, Gould, Sly, Zane, Gonzalez. I don't know. Whoever has the highest projection, my guy. I don't know nothing about NFL kickers. Straight up.
So I like Sly because he can get a lot of field goals, and Cam might stall out. Zane, Arizona. I had Zane for a little while. I have a lot of leagues that I flip kickers in. I'm not sold on Zane. I'd go Sly. I'd go Sly.
All right. Our resident kicker pro says Sly.
Kicker pro.
Jameson Elson says start PPR flex Javonte Williams, Dante Foreman, or Cortland Sutton. Javonte Williams.
Javonte, easy.
Yeah.
Sutton, I want to see it with Judy back. Haven't seen it yet. And I love ID Bombers. Like, this is IDP Army. We don't do defensive special teams. I'm assuming that's what that's too.
Hey, we do it all, baby.
We even do kickers.
Miles Jack or Taylor Rapp. Give me a Rapp.
You go Rapp as well.
He's been doing good. And Jack's just he's not.
And with Rodgers not practicing, I mean, I'm not saying that has anything to do with it, but
he's gonna play though. They said.
Oh no, he's gonna play, but without him practicing, I imagine.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, it is Rodgers. I think he can go a week without practicing, but
oh my gosh, I can't wait for OBJ to be out of the league. All right, Rougarou, where does Parsons go when D-Law comes back? I don't know. That's a great question. I imagine they're probably going to keep playing him on the edge, if I'm being real.
I think they might do a hybrid role with him, like whenever D-Law's out, have him run the edge as the backup there, and then go back to one of the linebacker positions. I mean, that guy's so talented, you need him on the field as much as possible.
Yeah, Parsons is a very good linebacker.
I can't believe he's playing edge and doing it so well as an inside linebacker.
I think he's going to make a lot of coaches and teams kind of rethink the edge position a little bit. We're seeing a lot. I mean, like, just with the amount of success he's having, maybe you don't have to be, 6'7", 300-pound defensive end or whatever these guys are, 275, 280. You don't have to be like Myles Garrett necessarily to win. I mean, some of these smaller guys like Brian Burns, Micah Parsons, they're able to, get a little bit more leverage, dip around. They're just quicker.
Even Jamal Adams, I mean, was doing it. Not this
if we're talking about a league where, it's just about getting the pressure. It's not necessarily about finishing. Speed's going to be a huge factor. Rue. No matter where he starts.
Agreed.
Cam Curl rest of the season. I still like him. He's not being like prolific like he was last year, but that whole defense is not being prolific. I don't think that's necessarily his fault. So.
Well, same with Landon Collins. Neither one of them have been shining. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like you still play him. He's still getting enough points to where I actually didn't know about Cam Curl until I saw him in the IDP index. So appreciate that. Then I looked up to see who has him, and you and G.I. Joe have him in both leagues. I'm like, you sons of bitches. Of course you have him.
I like Cam Curl. Which defense, Eagles or Washington? I mean, Eagles, I guess. I'm going to go with Josh on this one.
I know Russ Wilson hasn't been back yet, but they'll be able to do something against that terrible team. I mean, you're basically looking for an interception or a touchdown. I mean, because sacks will be there on both teams. Well, I don't know about Washington. But yeah, I think Eagles. I got Eagles in all my, and this isn't me being a homer. This is the Giants that we're playing. I got them in all my daily lineups.
I'm sorry. Say something. I'm messing with something on my computer.
Curl is a DB2, says IDP Bomber, which he's right. And Parsons had fucking 5. Oh, sorry. This isn't OP. My bad. We don't cuss around here. QB hits 5. Very excited about that. And our man Deion Jones is out today from the Cowboys fan himself. Great times. I'm actually going to run soon, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, we got to shut her down here pretty soon. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted. There's no other way to say it.
I love Lunch Table Legend. No, we haven't answered this one yet.
Sorry, okay. Isaiah Simmons breakout after bye. I told you guys Parsons was breaking out after that bye. Now calling Simmons.
I hope so.
I don't know. Simmons, he's been doing good this year. I mean, he's been getting the snaps and stuff. He's not. Arizona's defense is kind of weird this year. That's just the only way I can really say it.
It really is, but
for IDP,
I like Isaiah Simmons a lot, and I think that him and Hicks are actually a really good combo. I know that everyone hated Hicks on the beginning of the year because
I like Hicks. I'm pro Hicks.
Well, who's the other linebacker they just drafted?
Zaven Collins.
Zaven? Okay.
That's when everybody wanted him to just take Hicks's job. And I was like,
I was going to say Hicks has had tackles after tackle, and he doesn't miss tackles, which is the best part about him. So if the ball comes to him, he's getting a tackle.
Yeah, I think Bomber was a huge Isaiah Simmons fan. I think he had him in like his top 3 or 4 all year coming into the season.
I was worried about Simmons coming in, but I don't think I'm as worried anymore. I think after last year, I think everyone expects a rookie to just pop in and be awesome. And it's like, give him a second, man. Let him learn. And
sup, gents? What up, Lou32 Lofted? Duggar or Curl? 100% Duggar. Duggar's beasting this year, like beasting. Multiple 20-point games.
Also, just on the, I agree. Obviously, I completely agree. But with Curl, if he's getting those tackles, I don't think he's going to, because I think if Russell Wilson's actually throwing the ball efficiently, Tyler Lockett's scoring touchdowns. So, and I don't think Curl's getting them tackles.
I got Russ, so I hope Washington. Doesn't matter. Russ is going to do bad.
I want him to do good, but I just don't trust him in my lineups.
Yeah, Bomber was not that high on Simmons. I was trolling him a little bit there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We used to have a little, I wouldn't call it a blood feud or anything crazy like that, but there used to be some guys that threw rocks at us. Now we don't really even, I don't know what those people do. They just hang out. A bunch of friends hanging out.
Well, I still throw rocks at you guys.
All right. Good luck, everyone. Love the IDP Armory. Hey, appreciate it. Share us with a friend. Share us with a loved one. Share us with a league. All of your leagues. Off season, we got some really cool stuff. We got so much cool stuff in the works. I'm just kind of waiting for this season to finish before we kind of move forward. So keep your eyes and ears around, y'all. We got a lot of really neat stuff coming in the off season as far as the community and fantasy football going forward.
Completely agree. I'm the best boss in the world.
You do. You are right. Ty Johnson or Dontrell Hillard, PPR. Give me Johnson.
Neither. I'm just kidding. I'm excited to see what Tennessee does with those running backs. But
what's going on with Aaron Jones right now is all of his fantasy managers are unloading him on morons that think that he's going to come back and save them. All right, people are dumping Aaron Jones. Dump him. Okay, it's time to dump your Aaron Jones stock. It's time to dump your Alvin Kamara stock. It's time to dump your Zeke stock if you've still got it. Because guess what? Those stocks aren't going to go up anymore. Those stocks are going down. Okay. It's AJ Dillon season, baby.
It is AJ Dillon season, but Aaron Jones is going to a new team next year. So I'm not sold on selling him unless you can sell him high. So, which you're not right now. So that's my problem with it. But if you can get a good trade off of him, like grab another running back or something. But anyway, gentlemen, I got to leave. So thanks for having me, General. Appreciate you.
You haven't been dismissed yet. So.
Oh, my apologies. I'll stand at attention until
awkward. Yeah, just sit there quietly for a few more minutes. Now you can go, I guess. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to talk to you, Rouge Roo, Audie Pie Bomber. Thanks for everything. And Jordan, I guess, whatever, thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
I'll make you go away. All right, it's just me now. This is what you're really all here for. The real party can start. Not really a party. It's just me talking, answering your questions if you have any, looking at my lineups, setting my lineups because I want to win and I want to go to the playoffs. Don't make rookie mistakes. Don't do silly things like leave out players in. This is not a good week this is not a time to start relaxing. You haven't won yet. Okay. If you're still up a little bit, play it like you're down 3 or 4 spots and you're trying to make the playoffs still. What? What does this mean? Aaron Jones to the Falcons. Oh, he's saying he's washed. Is that what we're going to do? Just every washed player goes to the Falcons now? All right, what am I looking at here? Kenny Moore's in the lineup. Oh, Brandon Jones is out. Okay, so you have Brandon Jones lineups. Pull him out of your lineup. Should I play Tracy Walker? No, I can't. He already played. I'm playing Cam Curl. See, like right there, like I'm just kind of cruising through my lineups. Boom. There's a spot I was going to take a 0. Thankfully, I saw it. I was able to put in Marlon Humphrey. Now I'm going to get some points. Injury update on A.J. Brown or Michael Carter. Yeah, I mean, they both went to IR at least 3 weeks. I don't know if we're expecting A.J. Brown back or not, honestly. I just don't know the answer to that question, unfortunately. Yeah. And Carter, I haven't really been following that situation closely because I'm not a big Michael Carter person. Like I drafted Trey Sermon in all my rookie drafts, not Michael Carter, because I'm an idiot, as is well documented. But yeah, I mean, Michael Carter is going to miss some time. Ty Johnson, hopefully you have him. If you don't, I think he's going to be a nice little plug and play for you here down the stretch. Jonathan Greenard is active today. That's good. Get him, he's a high-end DB or DL2, low-end DL2, but I mean, that's really me hedging. I mean, he's had some really good weeks this year. Gets home with his sacks. He doesn't just get pressures. He's not just a disruptor. He's actually a finisher, which matters for IDP and fantasy football. If you're watching this channel, you probably know. Okay, I have to show you guys something so funny. I'm a monster. All right, so you guys need to make sure that you're following the IDP Army account on Twitter because we post funny little things. Sometimes they're memes. Sometimes there's, actually good data and information put up there, et cetera, et cetera. But I made a funny meme yesterday. I'm going to share it with you guys. So, the fantasy football world, the IDP world especially, there's a lot of the stuff that passes for analysis is just like it's not. I mean, it's just basically just reading box scores to you and just saying it's very rudimentary, but it gets passed off as like some sort of really insightful stuff. So I made this funny little meme. If you do watch fantasy or pay attention to IDP fantasy football, there are literally people out there who this is how they peddle and describe IDP to you. They say, hey, follow the snaps. If a guy plays a lot of snaps, his production will go up. And it's just like, do you think these people are stupid? Like that's not like the cornerstone of all things fantasy football. And this is what you're going to tell people. And this is what you're going to peddle as help, as insight, as analysis. I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, it didn't do huge numbers, micro niche over here, 14 likes, but maybe we can get it to go viral. But the caption, IDP analysts be like, snaps, more production. Anyway, go follow us over there. We put some funny stuff up sometimes. And sometimes we put up, like I said, there's some useful stuff up there too. We do some streams up there, got some little sneak previews. We've been working on getting our memes up, our meme game up a little bit. Get a lot of good interaction on that. People tend to identify with that form of connection. I gotta turn this off. What is the lighting like in here when that's off? Ooh. Not too bright. That ain't bad still. All right, any more questions? Because if Josh is gone and y'all feel set, got your lineups figured out, there's not much else I can really do for you. Talk to you, hang out with you, I'm happy to answer any and all questions you may have. Should I start Andrew Van Ginkel or Alex Highsmith? I'm going to start Van Ginkel today. I'm just feeling crazy. Feeling wild. Van Ginkel. All right, we got a question up in here. Ty Johnson or Hillard or David Johnson, PPR. I'm going to go Ty Johnson. Again, we've kind of outlined it a little bit, but he's had some goodish games. Michael Carter, they seem to want to give that one back the work. I know Coleman's still there. There's some people that are wanting to play Coleman as like a contrarian DFS play. That's what go crazy, I guess, whatever you want to do there. But in season long with those three options, I'm going to take Ty Johnson. I think he has the kind of the most obvious scenario where things can just kind of work out. That's just my take. Take it as you will. Oh, well, we got a little bit less than an hour before kickoff. A fun question. Who has a better game today, Tannehill or Mac Jones? I'm going to take Mac, bro, just because, I mean, all of Tannehill's guys aren't there. I mean, that's going to be tough. Would you pick up Sony Michel for a stash in Dynasty? Or, I mean, like, we just like talking playoff stash here? Like, I don't, it's going to be a little bit dependent on that. But I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I mean, I don't know who I'm dropping for him. Playoffs. I think it's prudent. If you're marching into the playoffs and you're looking for that Rams running back to be one of your primary starters, yeah. I mean, don't get caught with your proverbial pants down, my guy. I mean, you don't want to go on a fab bidding war. You don't want that stress in your life. My seat slowly lowers itself constantly. That's why I get shorter throughout my shows. My lighting is pissing me off. Imagine that. The struggle of a micro niche internet celebrity. What are you going to do? Okay, now it's really pissing me off. Anybody playing Underdog this week? Anybody going to win some money? Just me? Gosh, I hope I win some money on Underdog. That would be incredible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm out on Calvin Ridley too. I hate to say it, I don't want to be callous, but mental health issues are not a joke, and a lot of the players that struggle with them do not circle back around and have good things happen. I mean, Martavis Bryant, Josh Gordon are the two best receivers that I can think of in my time watching football who, yeah, I mean, they're out of the league for substance abuse issues, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's your right-wing propaganda bullshit right there. Where does that come from, though? Okay, it stems from depression, anxiety. Both of them have, there's been how many think pieces about Josh Gordon's, mental health space have there been? It's not popular now, but I've read them. Okay, so these guys don't come back from stuff like that generally in a good way. I mean, look at Ricky Williams as well. I mean, just the trajectory is not great. So could he be the outlier? Yeah. But even then, I mean, he's still tied to Atlanta. Atlanta's not looking like they're doing big things right now. So in Dynasty, I'm trying to get out of the Calvin Ridley business. If I can trade Calvin Ridley for Terry McLaurin straight across, something like that, that'd be a huge come up in my opinion. And I would even start thinking about guys like Chase Claypool. You know what I mean? Bateman or Eli Mitchell. Give me Mitchell. I think they're both basically going to get like 14 points. But I'll just take Mitchell because I want to target that game, that 49ers Vikings game. That's the game I think this week that you are going to want offensive pieces in. Thielen, Jefferson, obviously both of them are going to be good. Cousins, I think Cousins on this, especially as far as the main slate on DFS, I think Cousins is way under projected pretty much everywhere. I think he has a good chance to be the top quarterback. I mean, in my eyes, it's basically him, Brady, and Jalen Hurts as the top quarterbacks this week. And Cousins could ball. People have been like, oh, people are suddenly on Cousins, which I won't even get into that. If you know me, I've been standing Kirk Cousins since 2017. But he's got the chops to take over, and he's due a game like that. And now that everybody's watching and knows, suddenly everyone's like, oh, look, these advanced metrics have given me permission to like Kirk Cousins. Welcome. He's due to have a big game with eyes on him like that. I mean, even last week, he beat Rodgers, and it was almost like nobody cared. And I was like, if he would have lost, it would have been a huge ordeal. Oh, Kirk Cousins, he sucks, blah, blah, blah. Anytime he does anything good, he gets no fucking credit for it. So, whatever. Anyway, I didn't do a show where I just rant, because that's apparently my favorite thing to do. Gaskins or Landry, I'm going to go Gaskin. Even though Philip Lindsay's there now, that does give me a little bit of concern. Landry's just not. What are you going to get with Landry? Literally, what's the best case scenario for Jarvis Landry right now? It's not good. His best case scenario is not good. So, not trying to. If I don't have to, not trying to. Now, there's a caveat there. Like, if you're in a special type of league, for instance, I have Jarvis Landry in 2 leagues. Both of them are where you have to start 3 or more wide receivers. One of them, we start 3 wide receivers, and it's 3 or 4 flexes, okay? So Jarvis Landry is always in the conversation in a league like that. Other things about that league, caveat, it's point per first down, and it's, point per reception. So, okay, if I think he's going to move the sticks, he has a little bit more juice to him in a league like that than a guy like Mitchell, because targets are generally further downfield, so they're going to be at a premium. When Mitchell gets the ball, 3 feet in the backfield, or 3 yards in the backfield, I'm much less likely to get that little boost. So, there's your caveat. If it's a very specific type of league or something like that, there are reasons you could play Landry over him, but just in a typical PPR league, I'm still going to stick with Mitchell. Or Gaskin, I'm sorry. I'm in healthcare, and it's so serious. So I hope he's okay. Yeah, as well as everything. Yeah, it is. I mentioned it here on the channel a few times, depression, anxiety. People almost use those things now as props to garner some level of, interaction or entertainment. Sometimes I feel like on social media, it's you don't have to talk about your mental health days and all this stuff. Go to the doctor. Have you been to your therapist? Have you been to a doctor? Are you taking your medicine? Are you going to the gym? Instead of telling me about your mental health struggles, are you actually out there fighting the good fight, struggling with it? I don't know. I definitely have, we all do, I feel like, to some degree. But I definitely have had a lot of, depression, anxiety in my life, but I take medicine for it. I took it very seriously at the times of my life where it's affected me the most. And it should be taken very seriously, but I don't know. It's not. Sometimes I feel like people just talk about it, and that's not. I don't know if that's a positive thing necessarily. In some ways, it can almost diminish the seriousness of it, I think. McKissick, Hillard, or DJ? I'm going to go McKissick. Travis Knott traded Cousins for Kyler, and I'm regretting it a little. Yeah. Welcome to the real world, okay? We're balls deep in the fantasy football season. It's week 12, and people are actually able to say things like this. Look, Kyler's hurt, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Kyler's going to be hurt his whole career. This is what you're going to get with Kyler Murray. Kirk Cousins never misses games. Kirk Cousins has always been fucking good. You say some shit like this in June or July, one, no one will even acknowledge you. And if they do, it'll be to quote tweet you and say, wow, look at this dumb fuck. Okay? But the reality is in fantasy football, Points are the points are the points. And when push comes to shove, all the deep metrics of deep summer and all the, the hype of the air raid offense and the MVP crap, when the rubber hits the road, it's all different in the season. And Kirk Cousins is still going strong. He has been for half a fucking decade now. Kyler Murray, first 3 weeks of every season. Oh, he's the MVP. Please, give me a break. All right, do you think Foreman is a good play? Dante Foreman, I mean, if you have to play him, who are your other, are you playing him or like Zach Moss? Like, was that your situation? Like, I don't know who, that's tough. He could be or he couldn't be. I don't know what other options you got. It's an even week. I wouldn't start Gaskin. Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean, that shit matters too. Therapy is a game changer. Yeah, I mean, therapy, medicine, medication. I mean, there's no shame in taking care of yourself. And taking care of yourself is not, I think people make a big deal out of like mental health breaks and mental health days and stuff. And I'm like, that's great and all, but it's like life is a grind day in and day out. And if you're not taking the steps to, really address your mental health issue in your daily grind, as in like doing the right things, a mental health break isn't going to help you at all. You're just going to take a break and go right back into all of your negatives. So, like I said, it needs to be taken seriously. You can't just take a mental health break and post about it on Twitter. That doesn't help. Okay. I think I'm just going to turn off my Twitter. This app's just really got me down. If an app is getting you down, shutting off the app isn't going to fix it. Him or Javonte Williams. I don't know who him is. Talking about Gaskin? You're losing me, Bomber. All right, somehow this has turned into me just ranting about mental health. So, but I mean, it's very important. Don't take it lightly. Go Steelers! Go Steelers! Bengals, what you do? What it do? TJ Watt's back. Big Ben is back. It's going down for real. Do me a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you all being here. I'll answer a few more questions before I hop out of the stream. I thought about streaming during football today so you guys can like watch how I watch football. Not that I don't think anybody would really be interested. Maybe you would. I don't know. Maybe people won't talk to me while I'm watching football. So I literally am in this room. So where I'm sitting right now, there's a big TV there. I take my laptop, I put it on that wall, and then I have my screen over here. So I have 3 screens of football, and then I have my wall behind me. So I pretty much like stand in the middle of the room and I'm looking right, I'm looking left, I'm looking left. And I'm walking over and I'm turning things up and down. I'm watching. I mean, I'm a very interactive football watcher. I used to just like sit on the couch and shit, but I don't get it. I don't do it no more. All right, Kevin, what up, my guy? I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Ayuk or Ty Johnson? Half PPR. That's tough. I'm gonna go Ayuk. Like I said, I'm purposely targeting this game. I like this 49ers Vikings game a lot. Upsides there, I think. Bro, trade me Ridley. I did. I sent you Ridley in a first for Kadarius Toney. Or you got a trade sitting there. All right. Like don't be coming at me like that, Joe. Joe just popping up out of nowhere. I have 3 screens as well, says Rugaroo. Great job. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah. We try to do good work around here. I'm not perfect, that might come as a shock to many of you out there. I'm not perfect. But I try to make it worth your while to kick it with me on the channel. I try to do 4 or 5 games at a time. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people like Red Zone. I really don't like Red Zone. But the main reason is because we're IDP focused. So red zone only shows offensive plays. They won't like replay big sacks or anything like that. So it's kind of annoying. One thing I will say, I need to get YouTube TV is the best way to watch football. If you have YouTube TV, you might not have noticed this, or you can, when you open on your phone or your computer, or whatever, underneath the screen, there's a thing, a little bar. You can slide over and it says key plays. You click it. They literally cut up all the key plays for you. I don't know what Game Pass and all that shit does, but any big play, and that's offense and defense. If there's a big pass deflection, if there's a big sack, a big tackle for loss, they key in on that play for you, and you can rewatch it. So in a game, it's not like they just show you, there's 3 40-yard passes. Yay, there's your big plays like they do on fucking Sunday Ticket. You watch the key plays from the game. There's like 3 of them. They're all offensive. If you go on YouTube TV, you can watch and they do them by quarters too. There's like 8 or 9 meaningful plays a quarter, essentially, and they have them all there for you. So I recommend, if you aren't using that feature of YouTube TV more regularly, check it out. It's cool, and you can just watch the plays on loop. You can watch sacks. You can watch. It's kind of like, I don't watch film, but it's like a way to watch important plays. So the other services don't offer. Thanks, pal. Been here before. All right, cool, Kevin. My bad, man. Joe, I don't know what that is. Appreciate it. Enjoy the day. Yeah, hopefully we all get some wins today. That's what we're here for, right? Get these big dubs. I tried to get on the stream, bro. My client didn't show up this morning. Possums in the house. Yeah, we shut you out, Joe. Actually, your key's not gonna work. So sorry. Didn't want to have to do it to you like this, but we will. Do you have an email, my dude? I have all sorts of ideas for shit as well. Yeah, I got an email. I got like 50 emails, my dude. theidparmy@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I hate emailing. I don't hate it. It's like the one thing they don't tell you, but not the one thing. There's a lot of things they don't tell you about running a business in business school. The one they don't tell you that's probably the literal most important is that everything gets done via email. And if you don't like emails, you don't like responding to emails, you don't like checking emails, your business is going to fucking fail. So I've spent a lot of time trying and not succeeding at getting good with my email etiquette, etc. But shoot me one, Rue. See what I can do. Change the locks. Already changed. Done. Already did it. Ay. Y'all know who's going to have a big game today? Joe Mixon. Little Joey Mixon had himself a game. Harris. Okay, so did you accept that Ridley trade or what? Oh, my wife messaged me. What do you think? Oh. I don't know what my wife thinks. She's trying to call audible about lunch. Football starts in 20 minutes, boo. 25 minutes. We don't call audibles that late. Not on Sunday. I have Joe and need a huge game for him. I'm in the playoffs, #1 team this week. Somebody say something. All right, let's see here. All right, Joe. Looks like you. The trade expired. So I sent you Calvin Ridley in the 3rd for Kadarius Toney in the 1st. Still on the table if you're interested. I don't know. I will never focus, I guess. There it is. It really happened. And it did expire. Send it back. Maybe I'll accept it. Oh, man. I have this team, and it's so bad. It's 3-8. It's Patrick Mahomes, Devin Singletary, Ty Johnson, Mike Evans, Chase Claypool, Mike Gesicki, Terry McLaurin, Brandon Ayuk, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, Nick Bosa, Foyce Olakun. There's a lot of other hitters on this team. A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley. Trey Sermon is garbage. Well, that's your opinion, Palmer. And you're entitled to be wrong. That's fine. Get TJ Watt in your lineups, everybody. Like, TJ Watt ain't nothing up with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Kareem Hunt off the IR. Is De'Ami Brown droppable? Probably. You said lunch. Now I'm hungry. Time for grub. Good luck, RDP Army. Talk to you later this week. Yeah, take her easy. All right, y'all. I guess I'm going to just shut the stream down. I see there's quite a few people hanging out here, but I'm not really contributing to your overall well-being of your life. So I wouldn't want to sit here and just, I mean, if you want to just look at me, I guess you can take a picture or a screenshot or something. But I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll be back Tuesday with the Waiver Wire Show. I'll try to get a ranking show out this week. I can't make any promises. Check out the podcast feed. Check out the Offensive Points show. We got a lot of cool stuff coming for you all in the future. Yeah, hopefully you go win. The Underdog show will happen again this week. I got a lot of Underdog fantasy drafts out there. So, yeah, appreciate you, IDP Army. Appreciate you, Underdogs. Appreciate you, Fantasy Football family. I hope you all have a good week. Talk to you soon.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.